Good day, everyone. Today, we'll be doing 10 interesting facts about Worf from Star Trek The Next Generation. We'll do another one for him for Deep Space Nine in a bit. So this one will be part 1 on Worf. So grab a snack and let's get into it. Number 1. Worf was born in 2340 on the Klingon homeworld of Kronos as the son of Mogh, patriarch of one of the Klingon Empire's greatest houses. Number 2. When Worf was 5 years old, his father took him and his mother to live on the Khitomer, a colony along with Worf's Gugamok, Kahlest. There, Mogh took Worf on a ritual hunt along with a garrison warrior, Lokar. Worf had not yet reached the age of inclusion and was barely able to hold a bat'leth. During the hunt, Worf was mauled by a beast, leaving behind a scar and a memory he kept throughout his life. At some point when Worf was a child, he had a pet targ. Number 3. In 2346, the Klingon Empire and the Romulan Star Empire were officially allied, but a conspiracy between the Romulans and the House of Duras left the Klingon Empire open to betrayal. Romulan forces attacked the Khitomer colony, killing nearly all the 4,000 Klingon colonists, including Worf's parents. Number 4. The colony's distress call was answered by the Federation starship USS Intrepid. An Intrepid Chief Petty Officer, Sergei Ryzhenko, found Worf buried in the rubble, with Kahlest being the only other survivor found. After the Klingon Empire stated that the young boy apparently had no living relatives, Sergei took Worf to his homestead on the farming colony of Galt. He and his wife Helena raised the Klingon child alongside their own son Nikolai. The two boys regarded each other as siblings. Number 5. As the sole Klingon in a small farm culture, Worf had some difficulty adapting to his new circumstances, though years later Helena described her son as bright and highly spirited as a boy. Soon after his arrival on Galt, the 7-year-old bloodied the nose of 5 teenage boys, whom Worf deemed disrespectful. He refused to partake in human food, preferring the Klingon cuisine he'd been raised on. Helena would learn how to make rokeg blood pie for Worf, which he loved and greatly appreciated. In 2353, at the age of 13 years of age, Worf led his school soccer team to the championships, where, in an attempt to score, he collided with another player, Mikkel, when they both went to head the ball. The impact of the Klingon ridges against the human skull snapped Mikkel's neck, and the boy died the next day. This lesson in human frailties made a huge impact on Worf's Nset character. His self-control, interpreted by some as part of his Klingon heritage, was a large factor in his serious demeanor. The Ryzhenko family eventually moved to Earth, where Sergei frequently took Nikolai and Worf camping in the Ural Mountains. At night, Worf often listened rapidly to the sound of wolves howling in the distance. Number 6. At the age of 15 years old, in 2355, Worf voyaged to Kronos, where he stayed with cousins at the House of Mogh. There, he made the formal declaration of his intent to become a warrior and perform the rite of ascension. During the ceremony, Worf had presented with a well-forged knife, a gift from a Klingon who also known Mogh. Seeing the great dooms of Kronos made him feel like at home, but his skin rejected this marked human taint. Worf fasted for 3 days before undertaking the rite of Majaka. After 6 days of meditation in the volcanic cave of Nomat, the legendary Klingon warrior Kahlest the Unforgettable appeared to Worf in a vision and prophesied that Worf would do something that no other Klingon had ever done before. After Worf returned to Earth, he pondered the meaning of the words and wondered what lay ahead. When he grew old enough, he joined Starfleet, the first Klingon to ever do so. For a time, Worf believed he had fulfilled his destiny this way, though later he wondered if there was not something else he had to do after he recovered the Sword of Kahless in 2372. Number 7. In 2364, Lieutenant Junior Grade Worf was assigned to a Command Division bridge officer on the USS Enterprise, NCC 1701D, under the command of Captain Jean-Luc Picard. Worf spent most of his first year on the Enterprise D as a relief officer for the Con and other bridge stations. Worf was permitted a variation of the Starfleet uniform dress code and wore a Klingon warrior sash, sometimes called a baldric by humans, over his regular duty uniform. Worf's quarters were on Deck 7 in Section 25 Baker until 2370, when he moved to Deck 2, Room 2713. Number 8. Following the death of Natasha Yar at the hands of Armis Entity, Worf became Acting Security Chief. In 2365, Worf transferred to Operations Division and officially became the Enterprise D's Tactical Officer and Security Chief. He was promoted to the rank of Full Lieutenant in 2366. After 7 years of service aboard the starship, Worf rose to the rank of Lieutenant Commander in 2371. Number 9. During these years of service, Worf's record was marred by a single reprimand, earned when he killed Duras in an honor duel after the latter killed Worf's mate Kalar. Killing Duras directly affected the ascension of a new Klingon Chancellor after the death of Kempek. Number 10. Following Worf's promotion to Lieutenant Commander in 2371, he was instrumental in a battle that ensued after the Duras sisters attacked the Enterprise. He first remembered a critical flaw that had caused their class of bird of prey to be retired, and when Data then made use of this flaw to remotely cause the vessel to cloak, Worf destroyed the bird of prey with a single torpedo hit. Unfortunately, due to damage sustained in the battle, the Enterprise star drive section was destroyed, with the separated saucer section crashing on Viridian 3, damaged beyond repair. I do hope you liked the video on Worf from the TNG era. Remember, I'll be doing a second part for Worf for the DS9 era, as there's much to say about Worf. So what do you think about Worf? Let me know in the comment section. Consider becoming a member of the channel and subscribe if you're not already. Take care and have a great day.